I didn't think it was possible, but it's very likely that Brandon Jacobs, by the end of his term, could be a worse mayor for Chicago than Lori Lightfoot. I know that sounds hyperbolic, but check this out. Chicago mayor proposes city-owned grocery stores. Sorry, what? Okay, so you're going to go ahead and collectivize, comrade. We're going to collectivize a grocery store because evil capitalist imperialists come in and then they just leave and they take all of their resources with them, leave us all in squalor. No, they were just tired of restocking the shelves only to have the good youths of Chicago come in and rip them from said shelves, only to leave without paying. So they were just tired of donating to the community and not getting fair compensation. So yes, Walmart, Whole Foods decided to go adios. And what's the solution? Instead of tamping down on crime, we'll just open up government grocery stores. Jesus Christ. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says that he wants to open city-owned grocery stores to serve neighborhoods, and that had become food deserts after 4 Walmart stores and Whole Foods closed. 4 stores. 4 stores in the entirety of Chicago creates a food desert. Are you that fucking lazy? Okay, or are you that stupid? Like, it's got to be one of those two. I don't want to ascribe malice, okay, because I don't think that you're just that smart at all. But 4 stores, 4 Walmarts, okay, and 4 4 in total. 4 Walmarts and Whole Foods close. Then that creates a food desert because what? People can't hop on your wonderful... Maybe that's an indictment of your shitty public transportation too, because I'd be more than fine with that. Because government touches anything and it just immediately sucks. Like, okay, cool, you're just cutting out the middleman and just creating a bread line with shelves. Oh my god, just tamp down on crime. How about that? How about prosecute shoplifters? How about having, I don't know, armed guards at the front of these places? I don't know, take security seriously at Targets. How about that? Not like the Targets, but the Target stores. How about announce that type of crackdown? No, man, we'll just hire some more government workers to go work the shelves, because I just don't understand the thought process on this. I don't know how you just make that leap. Johnson announced last week that his administration would partner with nonprofit advocacy group. I'm sure he probably knows somebody who's on the board there, so this isn't just totally philanthropic. Economic Security Project to put stores in underserved areas of the city. Underserved or overly criminal. Do we just want to call that what it is? A proposal Republicans called something out of a Soviet-style central planning. Well, that's exactly what it is. You don't need a Republican to point that out. You just need somebody who has a grasp on history, unless you want to just go ahead and give that W over to Republicans as well. More than willing to take that one. 4 other Chicago Walmarts are still open. Oh yeah, but food deserts, my dog, which the chain said in a statement, continue to face the same business difficulties. Which is that? What's that? What's that? Rampant shoplifting, crime, threatening the people working there. Like, what are we doing? But we think this decision gives us the best chance to help keep them open and serving the community. Yeah, they're probably on the side of town that, heavily frowns upon the lawless behavior that has befallen the south side of Chicago. I don't even know where those Walmarts are, but I would bet my bottom dollar that they're probably not in that specific area where there's more dead people turning up on a Monday morning than there are people turning up for their shifts at the local grocery store. When the Post reached out to Walmart for comment, a company spokesperson pointed to April press release, which said that collectively our Chicago stores have not been profitable since we opened the first one 17 years ago. Wow. Why would you expect a business to be open for the guts of 2 decades if they aren't turning a profit? Or has things, okay, maybe things were going good, but in the past few years with all of the increased shoplifting, vandalism, and then just outright rioting that has happened, that has just swept away all of the profits that they made in the preceding years. Maybe there's a problem there to address so that you don't end up in your quote-unquote food deserts. Last November, Whole Foods closed in Inglewood after 6 years in the South Side. There we go. Wow, big shocker on that one. 1 year before Whole Foods' 7-year lease was up for the landlord DL3 Realty. The location boasted very affordable prices for the grocer's infamously overpriced organic foods. So yeah, you even had more competitive prices for boutique shopping, and you still couldn't even manage to have them want to stick around. Good stuff. Good stuff. However, as years went on, items at the Inglewood Whole Foods became too expensive for the neighborhood residents. Well, what does that say about the people that live in the area? And the store was often empty at peak shopping times, like Saturdays, according to the local outlet Block Chicago. I would love to see if they have any apologia when it comes to rioting. Just asking. Whole Foods lot has sat empty for almost a year. Oh, okay, cool. So was it so much that the store wasn't being utilized, or is it just nobody wants to go into that neighborhood and end up facing the problems that befell Whole Foods? Just wondering. I'm sorry. What is this? Yes, low-priced grocery stores save a lot is reportedly next in line to fill the space, even though it's been empty for a year. Though it won't likely open until Whole Foods lease is up, and Inglewood residents are concerned that it won't offer the same types of healthy options that you weren't going and shopping at to begin with, and yet you think that a government-owned store where it's just going to have government cheddar, government bread, government milk, if you think that all of those alternatives are going to be better, well, I've got a bridge in Manhattan to sell you. Only time will tell if the government-owned grocery store. I can believe that we are here in 2023. So stupid. Would fill the vacant lot instead, though Johnson's administration still reportedly needs to conduct a feasibility study before providing a timeline of actually opening these stores. I hope they do perform that feasibility study and then just end up setting up a whiteboard and going, "Yo, bro, check this shit out, okay? Yo, motherfuckers come in and then they run the pockets of these fucking stores and this shit ain't profitable. Like, how the fuck are we supposed to keep this motherfucking place open if nobody wants to leave the bitch alone? Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?" I really hope that this is a red billing, but in actuality, it's just going to be another opportunity for Chicago to fucking spend it like it's burning a hole in their fucking pockets. The representatives for the Chicago Mayor and Economic Security Project did not immediately respond to the Post's request for comment. Republican politicians in the Democrat-run Windy City, well, they're just as culpable for as bad as the situation as Chicago is finding themselves in right now because they are big fucking cucks. Blasted the plan as something out of the Soviet-style central planning. Take all the problems of private chains facing low-income areas and add in amateur management by a bureaucracy, Chicago-style political corruption and hiring and contracting, and a limited range of products, said Steve Bolton, the chairman of the Chicago Republican Party. You know what you should say? Yeah, good. Go ahead. Spend more taxpayer money. Go ahead and put another burden that's on there instead of addressing the root cause that actually affects the people in these neighborhoods. We need to tamp down on crime. How about do that first and foremost? That would be a winning message, but instead, no, it's just another opportunity for these Republic cucks to chase their fucking tails and never make any headroom. You deserve to lose. Food deserts do exist in Chicago neighborhoods. Oh my fucking God. There's not a grocery store, like a legitimate grocery store. There's a couple of convenience stores a stone's throw away from me, but yeah, they're blocks away. Within walking distance, I couldn't go to the store and pick up anything in the frozen section and walk back to my place and it still be frozen. Like, that's just a fact of life, unless I go in the wintertime where that's just a total different situation because, well, it's colder than any freezer would be at your own place. Would I consider myself to be in a food desert? No, but then again, I'm not an entitled inner city retard that just thinks if I just vote Democrat harder, things are going to be better, and if government comes in and helps me, I don't have to do anything in order to improve my life. They'll take care of everything. Just why is the government running out of money? Can't you guys just print more? Like, why are you listening to these idiots? But the answer is promoting capitalist prosperity and stopping crime. Oh, there you go. It took you long enough. Not injecting more socialist dependency, this fucking worthless cuck stated. Neither Walmart nor Whole Foods disclosed exactly why they suffered continued losses over the years. We can go ahead and we can piece that shit together. One explanation could be the shoplifting epidemic taking over America, which has retailers struggling to cope with consequenceless pilfering, stripping them of the revenue that has also led to the closure of landmark grocery stores in Baltimore, Los Angeles, San Francisco, we don't even need to mention because that place is basically gutting itself. Experts have blamed the surge on lax policies, including the passage of Prop 47 in California, which reduced theft from a potential felony to a misdemeanor, and they don't even prosecute any shoplifting. It's supposedly under $950, but if you take a look at those youths just they're just trying to steal a loaf of bread to feed themselves, running through Home Depot, stealing just as much Milwaukee product as they can possibly stick underneath their very hungry arms, I'm sure. The atmosphere and the retail-laden cities of New York, San Francisco, and Chicago as shoplifters' paradise. According to Chicago Police Department, thefts are up 25% to date, year over year. So that is a direct comparison from the Brandon Jacobs administration to the Lori Lightfoot administration. 25%. Just keep voting Democrat, you fucking idiots. Robberies are up 11%. Yeah, but murders are down because we stopped caring, I guess. There's no nationwide policy on how to deal with shoplifting. Oh, there is. Armed guards. Though many employers have encouraged staffers to do nothing at all to keep them out of harm's way. Oh my God, what was that? Was that that was at Lululemon a couple of months ago where some of the workers tried to stop a shoplifter. I think they were successful in some form or fashion, and then they ended up getting fired because that's against our policy. Oh my God, when you incentivize criminals, they're going to continue to be criminals. And if your solution to the lack of government intervention is over government intervention in a different avenue, you're not going to end up solving any problems. You're just going to be creating more problems where they think, the government thinks that their solution is the only solution, and more government control is the ultimate answer to this stuff. Jesus Christ. For all of the alarming calls of socialism, communism from a bunch of those establishment Republican types, this right here is actually one of those examples that I can point to directly and go, see, we told you. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. And I forgot my own outro. Anyways, take care, everyone. Bye.